So they got to be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, Lucio's got to stop diving in front of the bullets, I think.
Maybe they just wanted to drop the beat a little bit harder. You guys are being way too judgmental here.
It's true. He was able. He got the ultimate from Ana, and then he just was like, "Fine, I win. I'm gonna kill everybody." Is that what you want? So it worked out fantastic. We'll see if it works as well for Finland today as it did yesterday against Chinese Taipei, going up against Australia. So let's hand it over to our casters.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Finland, dominant team yesterday, up against the Aussie boys. And no more better to cast this one and an Aussie to maybe go through some pains. I don't know how this one's going to work out. I'm not holding much hope.
I don't understand. If there's anyone who's going to be biased about their country here, it's probably going to be me. I don't know why, but of course, yeah, the Aussie team coming in here. Some promising scrim results, to be honest with you. A lot of things they have to work through. 4 players on this team are actually from the same team back in Australia, Tempo Storm, the Australian Tempo Storm. But even then, even those 4 having some interpersonal issues or interesting scenarios there, as well as some players want to scrim all day long. And hey, Katie, very chilled. He wants to put his feet up and, you know, just chill. So
enjoy the trip.
Yeah, just try and, you know, maybe a mix of those would have been good. We have to see what's been going on in the Aussie engine room over the last few days, though.
Well, we're going to be starting off, of course, with Temple of Anubis. Moving on to Eichenwald, and if we need it, it will be a Lijiang Tower decider, and of course, if there's a draw after all of that, I believe it falls to Nepal.
It will be, yep. Yeah. Nepal will be the
tiebreaker.
Probably not. I don't think so. Especially in this sort of situation, Eichenwald and Lijiang Tower will probably give us clear results, I think. I mean, this map might give us a draw. It is unlikely, though, that's going to happen here. Temple of Anubis, speaking to the Aussies, they have sort of said that this map pool doesn't benefit them in a big way. They prefer to play control maps as much as possible, but Assault they're not super confident on. They say they feel that there's a lot of strategic depth required on this map, which has been hard for them to put together over the last few days. But again, this is a strong team. A couple of these players have sort of been overseas before, flying from all the way from Australia to the UK to compete in esports tournaments there as well. Keep your eyes out for Yuki and of course Termo as well, who usually just plays the tank. Very, very focused player, very, very humble, down-to-earth kind of guy as well, as much as the Aussies are as well. So they don't mind going down fighting here if that's going to be the case, but they'll definitely give them hell, Lee.
Well, they're going to have to because they're up against Finland, who are very good at this game. They've certainly got a lot of pride in their camp as well. We're seeing Taimu actually on Widowmaker. It's something he rocked yesterday against Chinese Taipei, and Finland failed to complete the map yesterday against Chinese Taipei. So we'll see whether he sticks with it. I'm pretty sure Lynx is not going to be sticking with Symmetra, that's for sure. But Taimu may well stay on this. It's something that worked out very well. Remember, he got that Ana snipe straight away out of the gates. And Kura needs to keep his head down at the start of this round.
Yeah, I mean, not just Kura. There's a few people on that roster who'd be a little bit vulnerable to that stuff. I think defensive Genji from Yuki is incredibly interesting here. Probably wants to try and stay out of sight or out of sight lines as much as he can. You can threaten a Widowmaker on this Genji. That's probably the most important thing here. Yuki has a very deep pool of DPS heroes. He needs to make sure that Taimu cannot set up and start rapping shot after shot. The classic boost from Taimu there as well finds very little to start.
Something we didn't actually mention is they're going with the exact same defense Finland used against Chinese Taipei. The 4 tank to its double support. I tell you what, Yuki's on Genji. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm talking absolute rubbish. And there's the shot that we were looking for. Taimu takes down Termo. Yuki already been hooked out the sky, and that's looking like Finland are just going to take point A in pretty much record time. I don't know, that wasn't really defended, was it?
I think the only time it was even faster was maybe Korea against South Australia or South Korea against South Australia in that situation. But look, Taimu didn't really have to do a heck of a lot there, just went up for the peak, and you saw that Australia straight away moved to the left side on that point. That was easy for Finland. They moved forward. Himsy got the hook on towards Yuki very early as well. That hurts. It's very hard for Australia to erect any sort of defense when their Genji's not available.
He's actually switching. Okay, so he's stuck on it for a while, a little too long, maybe against Chinese Taipei. Maybe learn from that one time. We're switching across the Reaper, and already pushing for that point. Now remember, of course, it was such an easy, quick, successful take on that point. They haven't got ultis charged up yet, but this is a good chance for them. Lynx are getting picked off. That's a nice pick off for HeyKD there, and Finland forced to back away. They're forced to respect Australia. They can't push, and they can't get the quick flip.
Himsy working on towards the left side here. Taimu thinks he's the best Roadhog in the world, D-Man. And to be fair, so far we've seen incredible stuff from him at this tournament. It's great to see a player of his caliber able to showcase his hero of choice in this lineup for Finland. But the hook does come in. The kill doesn't follow, though. Still, Finland have got plenty to work with now. It's an Earth Shatter for Lynxer. Himsy's not going to be too far away from the whole hog either. And now to the Earth Shatter coming down. Now Australia just eat that one up. There was no one to block it at all. Not ideal. Refs must have been looking elsewhere. Had his shield down. Yuki manages to get one back, but this is carnage. Finland cut through Australia. It's like a hot knife through butter. And none of the Aussies are going to be around. They've all been sent down under.
Yeah, that's just exactly how you take the point. It's going to get contested just at the end, not even close. And Taimo takes him down 6 minutes, 8 seconds, Mitch, from Australia. How do you feel about your boys going down to the Finns in inside of, what, 3 minutes?
Basically in these situations, I try and not think Australia versus Finland. I try and think against team versus team. Otherwise, I'd be in a ball rolling around at the moment. But hey, look, this is the way it goes, right? Finland got some important picks on the attacking side there. Himsy, the Roadhog, you must respect this guy. He's a virtuoso in that role, and he gets the hook on towards Yuki. Now, I think defensive Genji can work, but it's super risky, right? Why not go for something a little bit different? You can even try Junkrat if you're feeling that confident, but Australia made a very pronounced reaction to seeing the Widowmaker from Taimo. They all went towards the left side. We saw them. Taimo had no one to shoot at. That's fine, but Australia put themselves in a bunch, and that's Finland just going to walk in there. They didn't have a comp that was supposed to dive on the Aussies. They had a comp that was supposed to pick a couple off, give them a man advantage. They had a 2-man advantage, and then once Linkser and I guess Mafu and Co were already hitting towards the back line, there's no one there to protect the rest of the Australian lineup. So tough times for them, and Australia wants to reciprocate that. They want to go for early picks here. We'll have to see if that's going to be a possibility with the team comp they go for. Hey, Katie is a hit scan player, maybe even Widowmaker from him, but no, Roadhog yet again. So it's the same comp that Australia actually used on the defensive side here. So maybe a formula they just feel comfortable with. Again, much like Finland, this will rest on Hey Katie getting an opening pick here, and Yuki able to stay alive long enough to distract and gain attention for himself.
Okay, the point I failed to make in the initial attack was Finland did go with a 4-tank defense, which they are doing once again. They get that double support in there. It's exactly the same as they tried to run against Chinese Taipei, and as you may have seen yesterday, it didn't quite work out as planned, but it is a solid meat shield in the front there. There is plenty of defense, plenty of damage as well. Of course, talking about Himsy, getting those hooks in there, it's not only him they need to rely on. Of course, Taimo is going to be going aggressive on the Winston. Role he doesn't get to play too often with Internet Hulk in his actual pro team. But as it is, it's a role that can work very well, and we just saw that from Miro a moment ago.
Himsy currently 80% hook accuracy so far. He's been very, very good at picking players out of the mix. That's quite a striking figure, I feel.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Hey Katie misses his, though. There's going to be a shield in the way. That's Linkser protecting his team, and Taimo's already gone in. He finds Muzel already taken out of the mix, and now all the hook comes in. Hey Katie going to get taken down. It was Mafu helping Himsy follow up there. Linkser on towards Yuki will mean that Australia have run out of gas here. It's just Termo to find Saini. And well, the rest of Finland are going to be quite easily able to just sit back and recover.
Yeah, easy stuff, easy start, 1 minute gone, and counting. Still plenty of time for Australia. Don't need to panic, don't need to worry at the moment. They're going to make any changes. You're going to see a Reaper coming out from Hey Katie. He's going to try and push on around there. Now, Kura does have himself the ulti ready and waiting. Is he going to nano boost anybody? He's going to look towards him, tries to toss out the bio grenade. Doesn't actually get him down there. Not a great deal of damage coming out. Linkser Dojo comes in, swings for the fences. Yuki does get himself one. That's Zappis going down, so suddenly they got a chance. Okay, we're a bit even. Now, bear in mind the defensive side, they got a bit of a wrong spawn back, so if Australia can get back out the spawn gates quick enough and try and push the pressure while there's still only 3 on the base.
Problem there is that Yuki, it was Kura wanted to use the nano boost on Refs, the Reinhardt, right? He got charged in, and then Termo received the nano boost for whatever reason. That's probably not the highest value use of that ultimate. Now Ref switches towards Winston. Now we're going to see a bit more of a dive comp from Australia. They're going to have to get in and brawling, but Finland are already rolling with these ults lead. There's not much Australia can do up against all of these massive game-changing abilities.
Yeah, just a little too slow coming out. You could see the rest of Finland coming back out, coming through the spawn, getting around the arch, and, well, Mafu with the Graviton Surge stopped Australia in their tracks, and sadly it wasn't speed for them. Taimo just taking a nap on the archway there, just checking himself out. Okay, Yuki's got Dragon Blade. There is a Graviton Surge for Termo. So there's a chance here for Australia to bet something together. They've got just inside of 2 minutes to build this one up. With Saini, though, with that sound barrier, and Himsy with the whole hog. Here we go. Yuki, Dragon Blade pulls out, doesn't manage to get his first target, and that just backfires on him completely.
There was a sound barrier in the fight as well. Now it's going to be a desperate death flossy coming out from Hey Katie. Gets himself 2-3 kills there. That's going to be important, but now the fight needs to be followed up. Himsy eventually going to get the last whole hits on in, but Termo finds him now. It's going to be Kura on the point, desperately keeping Termo alive, and this is a good situation. situation for Australia. Linksa forced to back away, but now Rex is going to come. Termo's brought some friends, and they're ready to brawl. Australia sits on the point. It's taken them a long time, but after that fight, and after Katie going in so deep with that Death Blossom, look at this guy here as well. Did he get a shield from Azaria? No. He managed to use the Graviton to its fullest. Got the sound barrier as well. Nicely done.
I think Saini actually tried to boop him away. You saw him suddenly take that quick divert, and it actually pushed him in and got the double kill off it.
That happens more often than you think.
Yeah, it's sometimes, I mean, you think you're trying to be helpful and suddenly it doesn't work out for you. But either way, can they flip it on its head here? Finland on the defensive now on the B side. So just 5 minutes to play with for Australia, of course. Nowhere near the time that Finland had, but if they can cap it out and get themselves into the second chance, they may well go for it. Here we go. Taimu goes around the back, though, quickly takes down Katie. He gets dealt with, and this is going to be Australia's attack stumbling already, unfortunately. The Primal Rage Winston is already finished with. Refs is going to back away. He's going to get out of there alive, but I don't think the Lucio will. Muselk's going to get dropped.
Music will fall here, and unfortunately we did see the Primal Rage come out there from Refs to very little avail, but Taimu, he had himself an Anubis there as well. Note that he didn't even have to use the Death Blossom. So now, Finland actually have a chance to set up here. Earlier on, Australia managed to sort of catch them off guard. Some of the Finnish side were almost looking like they wanted to try and defend the first point. But now, this is where it gets scary for the Aussies. Finland are well and truly set up here. They've got good positions. Taimu, this is a bit of a variation on a theme. He's going to go up on the higher ground, but if Australia push through from here, and Taimu's expecting this, a Winston lineup will always push from the right-hand side. And look at that, it's going to be carnage. Taimu drops down, 2 quick kills, and now there'll be more to follow.
Spin to win, that's the name of the game for Taimu. Drops down, gets himself a quick double, and Australia forced to back away, but Finland not being merciful today. He's going to force them away. The hook comes in on Kura. He gets dropped as well, and they're just going to back away. 30 eliminations for Taimu, 8,000 damage done. Massive kills. 30 to 1, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my word, it is.
It's right.
It's right.
This is so smart, by the way. Taimu knows that Australia's going to switch back to a Reinhardt comp, which means that instead of pushing the right side, they're going to push down the middle. And Taimu read that. He's actually now up above in the middle. Either he expected this to happen or it was a good guess. Either way, he's ready to receive. But again, Australia have tried to mix it up, go towards it right. This is to avoid the Reaper, but Taimu's always going to be there, and he finds Katie to start things off.
The flank around almost working out, but unfortunately Mafu had the Graviton Surge ready and waiting to go and just slaps it straight in the face. Kura gets chased down by Taimu, and Finland reset once again in the defense. Just under 3 minutes to go for Australia. Still plenty of time. No need to panic. They've got a good ulti resource build up here from Katie, Yuki, Kura, and Muselk. They're going to have themselves a very good position pushing in here. Finland themselves, you can see Taimu up on high, just about to get that Death Blossom popping in.
Yeah, okay, deal with the Reaper first. Otherwise, the counter engage is going to be devastating here from Finland. Taimu sees them. In fact, Australia sees him as well, but Anubis going to come in with Katie. It's knocked down. The reaction coming out there as well. There was no protection. Refs wasn't able to protect Katie because he already walked ahead of the shield. Now the sound barrier is going to come out for the Finnish side, but Australia have already lost their biggest weapons. Yuki trying to switch things back in their favour, but Refs has just fallen.
Katie is back in action though. Can he get back around there in time? Kura gets executed by Taimu on the floor there. Muselk, well, he's just going to stand still. That was just pure lack of communication. You saw Refs come through the doorway, look up and say, there is a Reaper, there is Taimu, let's stop. But unfortunately, Kura had already used the nano boost, so suddenly Katie was like, I need to go, I've got to go. This is our time, but just total miscommunication between Australia.
Also, I don't know if there was a speed boost from Muselk there as well, because I think...
just nudge him ahead of the shield.
Or a speed boost can help you dodge, because the closer you are to Reinhardt, the easier it is to dodge the Earth Shatter, because it comes out in a cone from the Reinhardt. So maybe a speed boost there, if it wasn't already there, might have helped Katie, but I mean, it was a very slow advance there, very telegraphed.
Well, Graviton Surge is ready and waiting to go. They're just going to pop it straight in. 2 of them caught out, and that's enough to stop them. Taimu goes down. There's the Death Blossom, picks himself up a quick triple. Mafu says thank you very much. The beam in full effect, and Muselk will get taken down. It's another team ace, and Australia wiped out once again. Just shy of a minute now left to go in this game. Finland, of course, they've got themselves a 6-minute, 8-second time bank. It is a massive stack for them. There's Taimu coming in, the Death Blossom. We've seen it over and over and over again in Overwatch in recent times.
Yeah, look, and you've got to push into chokes as the attacking team, right? So you need to sort of be proactive about expecting and dealing with that Reaper. But, I mean, Australia, their mental bandwidth right now is so taxed with just trying to play on Finland's level that they can't worry about that Reaper up above. They're just trying to get to the point. Even that's quite hard. So now they're going to the left side. They're mixing it up, and now it's going to be Katie going in yet again. He's going to be spinning his way through, and he's knocked down. The Zarya shield got bursted. He had a shield, but the Earthshatter comes in, and Katie's put on his rear end. Now forced to go in towards the Shadow Walk 4. He can't do damage at that state. Graviton comes in though. Himsy going to get the whole hog, knocking him back.
Not enough damage to follow up, unfortunately. You can see Red's trying to get in there, trying to get the hammer going. Refs can't manage to get the kills. Himsy flies in, he gets the hook down, slaps Kura on the backside and says thank you very much and good night, Australia. 15 seconds to go. It is all she wrote, and Finland are looking solid for a 2-0.
I mean, this is a clinic being put on by Finland in this map. Really can't argue with this. They use Taimu very, very well, but Taimu will not threaten enough as well. This is just to add insult to injury now. These last 3 ults being used, and the Finnish squad look incredibly good following Temple of Anubis Lee. Hard to really count them out at this stage. The Australians, to be fair, I could see that they were thinking they were able to